morning, apes. It's time for your update of what we're expecting for today with AMC. It's looking to be a very exciting, interesting day, especially after yesterday. At the time of filming, we do still have 4 hours to go, but I would rather get this video out early and, of course, have you guys be aware. Again, it will be actually published around the time we open, so if the data has changed a little bit, do bear in mind it was filmed a little bit early, but of course I would rather make the video for you guys and have it a little bit prematurely filmed, then not make the video. So we do still have a lot of good stuff that we're going to be looking forward to today. We're going to be highlighting the main stuff in this video. If you enjoy it, smash that like button and subscribe. But remember, as always, this is not financial advice. We're going to dive straight in now, and we're going to have a look at what we're seeing coming in from yesterday. So coming into where we are so far, we're looking at 1.6 million shares available to borrow, which is actually an increase on what we saw yesterday, a quite significant increase, but really, it has been going down over time, and it's actually not looking too bad today, so still a fairly okay figure, a fair amount too short, so I'm not going to bring too much into that. I don't think it matters or not, but yes, it has been going down progressively, coming back up a little bit from yesterday though, so we'll have to see what does actually unfold with that figure today. Now you'll see the figure as well for the ETF shares available if you're interested in that sort of stuff, but this is what we're looking at so far. Now we're going to have a look at what we have from Ortex before we dive into look at where we are. So this is our closing bell update from yesterday, what we saw yesterday, and it's been posted on Reddit by JD Ruckus, the user that we have looked at before. He put this: Ortex guy here with your obviously closing bell for that date. Short interest still being suppressed to 20%, yet loan shares are rising fast. The current mood: friends may come out and enemies may go accumulate. So we'll have a quick read of what it says. So we're going to quickly highlight these two images. This is a first, this is a second, and we can have a look at the data as we closed yesterday. So what we saw yesterday was this. We saw a short interest change of minus 1.03. That leaves us with a 20.75% short interest of free float. Estimated short interest being about 106.5 million. Return shares 2.3 million. Borrowed shares 1.3 million, leaving us with a borrowed change of minus 1.2 million. Cost to borrow minimum 1.04, cost to borrow maximum 2.32, with an average of 1.61. So you're seeing some fair figures there. Again, a little bit of a decrease back down to the range in the 20s when it comes to the short interest percentage, but still very high, almost touching that 21, so there you go. And here's our figures for the end of day yesterday. What we were looking at from this. So we're seeing the exchange reported short interest, a change of 2.41% on the previous period. We're looking at a estimated short interest of free float 5.32, a percentage of free float on loan, that's a change of 6.53, shares on loan change of 6.51, days to cover change of 1.95, cost to borrow change of 6.82, and utilization change of 17.87. So some big changes there. You're seeing some big moves, and again, the data is still looking very good. As far as the squeeze potential goes, right, nothing has really changed, which is good. Everything is still looking fairly good, fairly fine, and I'm very, very happy with that. Now, before we acknowledge what we've seen for yesterday's chart, let's have a look at how we're doing so far in pre-market. Now, as I have said, by the time you're watching this video, of course, all of this part of the pre-market will have filled and we'll be about to open. But what we're seeing so far for the pre-market this morning, well, it is actually moving quite a bit. Not too big volume. We're seeing so far of 59k, but we are seeing those big volatile candles in the pre-market session again, similar to what we saw yesterday. And the pre-market this time is up by 2.73. Again, who knows how much this will change by the time you are watching. But yeah, it is a little bit of a swing in the pre-market, so do be aware of that. A lot of volatility coming in that pre-market, and as I've said before, this is something which we are aware of because the pre-market is a great way to play to our mental strengths and especially weaknesses. So I expect these big moves in pre-market to continue, whether it be big moves up or big moves down. Now, the simple reason for that is because when you see the stock jump up and open like this, or similarly when you see it gap down and open, start to crash down, it gives that illusion of A, rocketing if we're going up, or B, crashing if we're going down. I think this is something which we're going to see them use a lot more as a tactic to get people to want to sell. So I'm very, very prepared for this one coming into the near future a lot more. but we've been seeing it in the last 2 days. Now, as far as the more long-term trend goes, of course, we're still here for the squeeze, but when we talk about the mid to short-term trend, that is a different story. Yes, we're here for the squeeze, but we must acknowledge these moves in price that we are seeing. So yesterday, high volume of 124 million. That is an increase from what we usually see, which is good, but obviously it's still relatively low as far as what we've seen in the past. Now, that figure is quite astonishing when we think about it. When we think that AMC's float is about 513 million, so it is a significant proportion of that being traded in a day. Again, why is that? How is that if most people continue to hold? That's up to you to make your mind up, but it's definitely one of the biggest, if not the biggest, volume day that we're seeing for the whole of 2022, because you'll see 2022 starting here. First time actually that volume has hit above 100 million this year, so big changes. And even go forwards into December, you'll see it's been a long time since we came up to this level and saw this much volume. Anyway, the trend, which I want to highlight. So we're seeing this trend upwards, downwards, upwards, downwards. Who knows how many more days of upwards there's going to be. But like I've said before, I think inevitably at some point they are going to bring this one down. And this is going to be a tactic, right? This is a great tactic that they use to try scare people out of the stock. Because when we think about it, when they bring it down quickly after bringing it up quickly, they can bring it down more, and it gives the illusion that this one is moving under its own merit, because if it's going back up at times, it shows, okay, some people are buying in and then some are cashing out, buying in, but obviously we know behind the scenes that is likely to not be the case, and this data could be highly manipulated. And that draws us back to where we are right now. The figures can lie, they can. Of course, we can have a look at the data behind the scenes, and that is probably our best bet right now, but be very, very cautious as to what you do believe. Anyway, today is looking to be an exciting one. Again, it's going to be great to see what that pre-market does do, and I will be back in about an hour or two to give you guys more updated content, looking at what actually has happened when the market does open. So, I do hope to see you then. Make sure to join us. Goodbye for now though. See you soon. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.